Shine your eyes, use your head about property matter. Now we dey do every Tuesday. Once 9:30 don't knock like this every Tuesday morning. We dey here with engineer Debo to talk about everything we get to do with property. That's why I call them Property Matta. A program will be say you don't educate, you don't enlighten, and you still dey educate and you still dey enlighten plenty people on how to get their own property. My name is Chief Olododo, and as we dey do am every Tuesday, engineer Debo say every day. Engineer Debo, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Chief. How are you this morning?
Aku palemo.
Aku palemo. Ọdún abáwaláyé abáwaláyé o. Ààrẹ ẹran pa.
Àmì o.
Àwọn tá a pa náà ààrẹ ẹran jẹ.
Ààrẹ ẹran jẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ náà.
Because ṣé o bá pa tó bá jà ti rí jẹ.
Ẹlòmíì pa tí ò rí jẹ.
Àbí
once you don
ẹlòmíì lè pa kò rí
jẹ because you don give out, you no go remember.
Ẹlòmíì gan dẹ̀dẹ̀ rí ó máa wọ ẹran lẹ́bàá kò lè jẹ.
That one on top health matter.
You know, so adúpẹ́ fọ́lọ́run pé a wà láyé. Gba ààrẹ ẹran jẹ o, gba ààrẹ ẹran pa o. Pa àti ẹ̀ wà láyé. Ó bá wa láyé, ó bá wa láyé. Ọpẹ́ ni. So, good morning, viewers. Ẹ kú palẹ̀mọ́ o, just as we are saying.
Yes, sir.
Adúpẹ́ pé ó bá wa láyé. Ó bá yí bá náà la máa ṣe ṣe. Àwa tá a ṣe léyìn náà la máa ṣe tètè.
Happy holiday, that's what they greet in UK now.
Happy.
Any season now is happy holiday.
Holiday.
So last week we been start a very good one, which is how person fit take own house property. And when we begin, you take us through the 6 ways we be say from research. As people we been take their own time to conduct research, take do am say na 6 ways o person fit take own property. They say either by inheritance. You talk about the one wey be say like say person buy land, build am, which is the conventional or the popular one wey we know.
Or you pay for land, or you pay for house at one gbem.
Or you have some outright payments. You talk about off plan, that's gets to do with developer. You talk about mortgage. You talk about number 5, which is government scheme, and the 6th of them all you talked about cooperative. So now the 6th where we take be that. So among these 6, last week also we kind of look into the percentage of what each and every of them carry. We dey on top buy and build as or make person pay outright, and they carry us reach there say that one no. So that one way na one of the popular pass, and that one for Olododo Nigeria initial. So that one 45.5%. Now there we got break last week.
Yes, you get them, Chief. And we're talking about that one where we say you know what? It high like that because that's how most Nigerians come to own property. Either for those ones that are buying, they pay for them, they no go mortgage, they no go bank, they pay for them from their pocket like that. Or people where we say they buy land, then build them. Then say some of them they buy land, they build them like that. Some they buy land, they mumisi, like I usually say, yes, drink water on top of them. Dig foundation, drink water on top of them. You know, do block to linted. Now linted they call it, I don't be linted. You know, those say my day linted. My day linted. So people where they go do block reach one place, you know, roof arm, momisi, plaster, momisi, you know, all of that.
Electrical.
When they do all the finishing, small, one by each by one by one.
Then by each, each by one.
Like you they talk.
That's so.
So that is the most common one. I mean, I know someone. I used to tell people that my dad, for example, built his house for 19 years. 19 years. As a civil servant, you know, he took a number of loans from government to build. And then he was building incrementally. What did he build eventually? A block of 6 flats. 2-bedroom flats. A block of 6 flats, you know, with a BQ. That's what he built. And it took him 19 years. Yeah, but about 6 years into that project was when we moved in. So the remaining 14 years, Abi.
The remaining 13 years. And
now as we did there,
we build them for our body. Now, so and there's this joke about it. They will say if you don't move inside, you will not finish it quick. So when you move inside, ilé kò tún ní lè di lè tètè ṣe.
But you know the wisdom in that really, or the thinking around that be say, you know, say if you no move reach go your house, e mean say where you stay, you dey still dey pay rent. You understand? But if you dey inside that house, at least the money wey you dey use pay rent, even if na just that one, you dey commit to the house progressively. The house go dey move small, small, small. However small, e go dey move. That's usually the thinking behind that. So that's why once people do what they call to a level that is manageable, they move in. And so that is another thing. What we call incremental building, we can also call it expandable building. So you see people who want to build, like my dad, when I say we moved in, how did we move in? We moved in when he just did the ground floor, the 2 flats with the ground. Now, in fact, that time, the truth of the matter is that now 1 flat then complete when we move in. In fact, the way he did it, it was supposed to be 2 flats. But what he now did, knowing the size of family and all, it's supposed to be 2 bedroom, abi?
Yes.
That ground floor, he get as he come builder, wey be say, once they bring out 4 rooms there, you understand, 4 rooms come out for there, kitchen come out, toilet and bath come out, you understand, another toilet and bath. That's how we moved in. So that the 4 rooms for ground floor and a sitting and toilet and bath to serve them, now ready. The other supposed sitting was not ready. In fact, that one was the one we converted to shop that my mom used as supermarket, because that one was front, you know. So that was how. So it was incremental building. He decked it and we moved in. So as the year went by, he started the other floors, you know, completed the next floor, rested, rented it out and all of that. Then we started the next floor, you know, and until he finished it. He finished it just about the time he was retiring. So that is it be like say he hit you.
He hit me.
The way when you enter the spiritual.
Yeah, because when you hear retirement like this, when I be wait there our age.
Without your white beard, so you know they say, hey, monkey village.
So over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Maybe just before we continue, let me also pay condolence to you know, a disaster happened in Abuja, flooding. I don't know if you heard about that. And it was really, really bad. And it has actually become an annual thing, especially in that Lugbe area of Abuja. So for our viewers in Abuja, sorry, our heart goes to you. We hope that we'll be able to avoid these things, okay? We'll cooperate, ourselves and governments, we'll cooperate to make it happen. Because why I'm doing this is, so please, know that our heart is with you and we feel for people who lost properties and who lost lives. There are conflicting results as to loss of life and all. So our heart goes to you at this point. That said, I want to also caution people, because this incremental building method, if care is not taken and if regulations are not followed as they should, is what leads a lot of time to slum areas. So you see slum, you see places that are not organized and all that, because people are just trying and struggling to own their own house. So they are not listening to anything. It is what they have that they are committing to something. They are doing it as they want to do it. And if they are not following regulation, it can deteriorate and degenerate into slums, those areas. So you see areas where incremental building is very common, especially among the very low income earners. It usually looks like a slum, unorganized, unsettled and all. And it is places where they then, in the attempt to own a property, somebody will not do due diligence, will go and buy land in a floodplain, a place that gets flooded, you know, regularly once it rains or once they open one dam or the other around the neighborhood. This is also very common in the north, you know, and here in the south. So please, I encourage people, you must have regard for your life, okay? And you can still get the quality that your money can afford. You understand? You don't have to risk your life at the instance of owning a property. There is no point. You know, if somebody loses his life in his property, it doesn't command any respect. You understand? Why lose your life in your property? if you have to stay as a tenant for some time more, you know, to enjoy your life and be able, why not? Why do you have to force yourself to go and do something that is substandard because you just must be a landlord? So please, I would encourage you to avoid this pitfall in this means of owning property, because it's the most popular in Nigeria. You know, it's the most popular way people own properties in Nigeria because of our finance structure and all of that. So please, I encourage people to look at that. Then the second one we're to talk about is I was talking about them as per their percentage.
Yes.
The next one is inheritance.
Inheritance.
Yes, so inheritance is one way that people own properties. If I is the next most popular way that people own property. And I mean, you see a lot of people who are enjoying this. You know, the only reason why they own property is not because they built any by themselves, but they've been able to inherit something from their parents or something like that. So, and it constitutes like about 11.30%. You know, so 23.9%. It's 23.9. So it's a high percentage, 23.9 by inheritance. But you see, there is no way we can teach you to try to own property this way.
Yes.
Because we can't tell you to go and kill your parents. But maybe what we can tell you is be a good child.
Yes.
Be a good Just be a good child. Be a good child. Be a good daughter. Be a good son. So that it will come from the heart of your parents
to give it to you.
To yonder, to will property to you. And so you see those, you know, the funniest one, just by way of joking, you know, the tenement house owners, you know, you know that it's common that maybe a parent owns a tenement house of 10 rooms. He has like 10 children. When he's going, he will give each of them
one room.
When he's going and his wife is alive, if he's married to one person, the wife
automatically
or the wives will be the one that are managing the property. When they go and it's their 10 children, you just realize that
one house will be having 10
a child is having one room. In fact, in some instances, a room is owned by more than one person.
Yes, no.
Abi, you are aware? Abi? So there are 2 landlords on a room.
They want to come over sọ́dọ̀ wa dáadáa.
Tẹ́tí parí ẹ̀ lórí ètò yìí àbí privately your capacity as an elder.
As an elder no lu ni ẹ mọ̀ pé àmì làwa àwa là ń mìlù. So and at the end of the day sef the word normally end such is they will sell the house last.
Abi no they will.
Because when the fight is too much.
It's not even just about the fight. You see, rent money cannot do those type of people.
No, la so you think Adejana nu. And one will be threatening to kill another and everything. You just say, "Wo, ẹja kuku ta ko ni kaluku pin." And do you know the funniest part?
Yeah.
Once they say ẹja ta, you see, they may be like 10 children, and when they call the money, they will say, "I'm at 40 million." So when they mention that 40 million, they will think that 40 million is one fantastic or fantabulous amount until they share it, and you check them after a year or two. And you see that they are grounded. 4
million don't disappear.
4 million titan. Because you know 4 million here, the friends we even here say I want to tell you baba won tí wọ́n kọ́ lọ jẹjẹ àrọ̀. Tí wọ́n jọ kọ́ lọ jẹjẹ àrọ̀ àti taju oye àwọn tí wọ́n bá wọn no. Àwọn tí wọ́n mu tantami jango all the thing wey dey go take do like 500 1 million. Wọ́n ti lọ mu monkey. So at the end of the day you see that, but like you rightly said at the beginning, some people are managing this thing very well and you'll be so proud of them.
Yes.
And these are people that even while the father they are alive or the mother they are alive,
they are not putting their eyes on the property.
They are not really. So they are just maintaining it for the sake of legacy.
Exactly. You know, we get one adage for Yoruba that they say "Omota abako, no magbele takota." You understand?
That's true.
Chief, you have to clap for me now.
No.
They drop programs like this.
Very on point. Omota abako.
No magbele takota, and that is the truth. You see, money, there is a skill to money management. That somebody wills a mansion to you does not make you anything better. It's just a matter of time. If you don't have the skill to manage resources It's only a matter of time. You will ruin that thing. You will run it aground.
Ọmọ landlord mi ni ó pa, ọmọ tenant ni ó padà rà mí.
Yes.
That we've seen.
That's the truth.
That's
the truth.
But you see, it is good if you have it. I always tell people, those where you get them, I'm always happy for them.
Yeah.
If you have it, oh, fantastic. But like you rightly talk, this 23%, let us put it into data again. How many of the 23% returns to another 23%? Do you get that?
That's it. I get you now.
You get it?
No, I get
how
it.
Many, okay,
as in how many first level inheritance is passed to
the second generation? 20. How many?
Very few.
Very few.
In fact, if a research is done on that, it will be very nice.
It will be very nice. And why that? Because of what you talk, skill of money management.
Yes, so management, resource management.
To be shrewd. Over to you, sir.
Yes, so we don't talk about inheritance. The best way you can is be a good child, you know, and also master resource management, money and resource management. Because even if you inherit billions today worth of property and you've not mastered how to, you will ruin it. At best, you will not be able to pass it to your own generation, or you will pass a reduced worth to them, depending on the size of it. So, in your best interest, be a good child, master resource management, be a man, a woman of your own, okay, a person of your own, and then you'll be able to take advantage and maximize the benefit of inheritance, okay? So we move on to the next one, is off-plan. Off-plan is the next one that is highest, and that is 11.3%.
Okay.
You know, off-plan, we say, the good thing about off-plan, we say, person we won't buy property, but we no get that money to ship for hand like that. And no get time, say, make him build property by himself, or the kind of property where he even get to buy. Now, small size property, say somebody won't buy 2-bedroom flat, or studio apartment, or 1-bedroom flat. You don't get that money like that, you know. So the good thing about off-plan is say a developer will now come and say, I want to build this type of property. Right from the drawing, it will give you price. The price where they normally they give you for drawing, now price will be say low compared to the price where then go sell them if they don't build them for site. So that's the advantage of buying off-plan. And the money where you go they pay them as then they as work they go on site. Some go tell you say make you they pay them as work they go. Some go tell you say make you they pay them based on time. You say you go pay them for 18 months, for 12 months. But what they advise people when they want to do off-plan purchase, we say tie the time with the work level. No just agree say person go tell you say make you they pay according to time, or make you just they pay according to as work they go. The disadvantage in separating them is if you say make you just they pay according to time, the developer feel no perform as he feel no they build as he should, then he will expect you to be paying as you should. What will happen is that you will pay up well before that property is ready, and the property being ready, you may be really disappointed as to when it will eventually get ready. Do you understand? Then if he says, you know what, pay according to as we they build, he still fit drag the building. We be say building no go finish in any reasonable time, but you they pay as they build. You go to say how you dey. But if you get plan, because the longer you stay for your own tenement apartment, the cost you are bearing.
Yes,
you
sure.
understand?